Hello, today we're going to make a coil heart with air dry clay. My name is LaDara McKinnon, a teaching artist at Clayworks in Charlotte, North Carolina. This video is presented by Clayworks in Charlotte, North Carolina and sponsored by Culture Blocks, a community partnership between ASC, Charlotte Mecklenburg Library, Mecklenburg County Park and Recs, to bring arts and culture experiences closer to where residents live. Culture Blocks is funded by Mecklenburg County. What came in your kit is air dry clay, acrylic paint, a skewer, and a paintbrush. What you will need from home: a workspace, a small dish of water, and items found around the house for texture. First, we're going to start out with dividing our clay in half. One half is going to be a slab. Slab, a flattened or rolled out piece of clay. To flatten out our clay, you're going to use your palm and gently press down and slide your hand to make it wider, flipping the clay every now and then so it doesn't stick to the table. When flattening your clay, you want to make sure that you don't get it too thin because it's going to have to support the coils that's going to be on top. Once your slab is flattened, you're going to take the sharp end of your stick and draw out a heart. If you make any mistakes and you don't like your heart, just take one finger, dip it in your water, and use it to erase the heart. Once you have drawn out the heart that you desire, you're going to use your sharp end of your stick to go through the clay, doing sections at a time. Once you've cut out your heart, you're going to take one finger, dip it in your water, and clean up the edges of your heart. Then you're going to score. Score and slip. Score, the process of incising surface of wet or leather hard clay, and the cross-hatching pattern before applying slip and joining clay. Slip is watered down clay used for joining clay together. For this project, we are using water. Once you're done scoring your slab, we're going to use the rest of our clay for coils. Coil, a rolled out rope of clay like a worm or a snake. Roll out your clay. You're going to squish it in your hand like a thick worm, and then we're going to roll it on the table or in your hand as if you were cold. You're going to do a full 360 when you roll, starting from the center and work your way out. When rolling your coil, you want them to be the same thickness as your pinky. We're going to continue to use the rest of the clay as coil, so go ahead and roll out the rest of your clay. Next, we are going to attach your coil by scoring and slipping. When attaching your coil, tap on some of your water. When attaching the coil to your heart slab, you want to start from the center of the heart. Press your thumbs together to get the V part of your heart. Then you're going to wrap the coil around the slab. Then pinch off the end if you have extra coil at the end of your heart. Before attaching the next coil, we are going to smooth out the seam inside of your heart dish. Dip one finger in water, just a little bit, and then smooth out the seam in the inside. When you're finished, it's time to attach another coil. Use the sharp end of your stick to just score right on top of the last coil. Then score the coil and tap on a little bit of water. Then start from the center by pinching your thumbs together to get the V part of your heart, and then wrap the coil around, and remembering to pinch off any extra coil at the end. And finally, I'm going to repeat the same process, attaching another coil on top. After you have attached your last coil, this is a great time to smooth out any cracks, anything that you don't want on your dish. You can also add some personal touches by using the stick and putting polka dots, writing your name, or anything to making it personable. After you have customized your heart dish, you're going to let it dry for about 24 hours before painting. Once your project has dried, it's time to paint. I'm starting with painting the inside red and dark blue. You can paint yours any way that you would like. When painting the inside with a darker color, you want to make sure that you take your time around the edge and not using a lot of paint on your brush. For the inside of my heart, I'm going to do a little bit of splatter. So I already had blue on my brush. I just dipped it in my water to get it soaked. And then do a little bit of splatter by just tapping on the edge of my design here. And also being intentional in painting just a few of them. Next, I'm going to show you how to do an ombre technique on the outside of our heart dish. Then I'm going to show you how to dry brush. For the ombre technique, it is using just 2 colors to get a blended effect. So I'm going to start with my pink all over layer. Then I'm going to take the blue from the bottom up to get that ombre effect, and then you will be able to start to see purple in the middle. I'm going to repeat the same process around the whole heart dish. Dry brushing is when you put a light coat of paint on a dry surface. So for the rim, I'm going to be putting some of my pink right on top of my blue. That means that the rim will be pink, purple, and blue. Once you're done with the rim, you can go and touch up any area that you need to. And there you have it, a coiled heart dish. Thank you for watching this video, and thank you to our partners.